Top 10 Best Places to Live in Europe. Have you pondered moving to Europe? It can be a blessing and a curse that the continent has so many diverse cultures so close to one another. After all, with so many amazing places to choose from, how does anyone decide where to settle? In this video, we will discuss about the best places to live in Europe. Will hopefully help you choose the ideal place for you. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button. Also subscribe to my channel, Top 10 Travel. 1. Berlin, Germany. There are plenty of reasons why Berlin is a fantastic place for foreigners to live. First of all, it's one of the most robust creative hubs of Europe, let alone Germany. Home to people from all over the world, many of them creatives looking to share their work with a willing audience. Incredible art, music, and culture scene. Great location with easy access to other cities in Germany. It's also home to hundreds of world-class museums, cafes, galleries, theaters, and more. There's so much to do in Berlin that you can almost guarantee you'll never get bored. Whether you want to venture out to a Christmas market in the wintertime or explore the city's parks in the summer, there are plenty of options for year-round residents. There are also tons of amazing places that you can road trip to just outside of town, in case the bustle gets overwhelming. 2. Braga, Portugal. As Portugal's third-largest city, Braga has everything that makes the country special, with a vibe that isn't overwhelming. It's actually considered to be Portugal's happiest city, which you'll likely be able to feel as soon as you arrive. Braga is bursting with culture, including historic sites, museums, and restaurants galore. Due to the city's ample green spaces, rich gastronomy, and warm hospitality, it's no wonder why the quality of life here is higher than any other city in Portugal. If that doesn't make Braga one of the best places to live in Europe, I don't know what does. Almost any city in Portugal has a relatively low cost of living compared to other countries in Europe. Braga's is lower than Lisbon and Porto, but higher than smaller cities and towns in the countryside. 3. Athens, Greece. In the last few years, Athens has become more and more popular among digital nomads. As such, the city is full of co-working spaces and international schools. While the Greek islands may appear much more idyllic and great to live on, Athens is actually a much better choice for foreigners. Athens has better internet, infrastructure, and access to transportation. Highly social, excellent food, good internet, plenty of things to do. Another attractive element of the Greek capital is that around half of its residents are at least partially fluent in English, making it easier for non-Greek speakers to adapt. It's still worth learning the language, though, and Athens residents will certainly appreciate it. Athens also has an amazing gastronomic and nightlife scene, which makes it a great choice for young people. For a European capital, Athens is quite affordable. However, it's much more expensive to live here than other cities in Greece like Corfu or Kefalonia. 4. Malaga, Spain. You've heard about Madrid, Barcelona, Ibiza, and other famously gorgeous places in Spain. But have you heard about Malaga? This sunny city on Spain's southern coast has the highest concentration of museums per square kilometer than any other in Europe. It's full of history and culture, with rich traditional gastronomy that puts it on the map as a great place for foreigners to choose as their new home. Very open-minded, culturally rich, lots of outdoor activities. Malaga's cost of living is similar to Braga, Portugal. It's cheaper to live there than bigger cities like Madrid and Barcelona, but not the cheapest in Europe by far. 5. Tuscany, Italy. The Italian region of Tuscany has a reputation for being the second or third home to many celebrities. Luckily, you don't have to be one or be a millionaire to live a good life in the Tuscan countryside. The biggest reason why the quality of life is so high here is due to the abundance of fresh produce and locally made ingredients that characterize Tuscan gastronomy. Fresh food, rural charm, rich culture, great opportunity to be part of a small community. Small Tuscan villages like Lucca and Pistoia are especially ideal for those looking for a small slice of heaven in the countryside. Here life moves a little more slowly, but there are still lots of cultural events, museums, and galleries to enjoy. 6. Dubrovnik, Croatia. Considered one of the most beautiful places in Europe, Dubrovnik offers medieval architecture, a cobalt blue sea, and mountain views. These are in part why so many people love to visit for a vacation. Is it a great place to live though? Absolutely. Between the stellar food scene and the seemingly limitless things to do, there's enough in Dubrovnik to keep any newcomer on their toes. Plus, the beaches are incredible, and there are tons of places in nature just outside the city to escape to. Excellent hospitality, beautiful weather, access to nature, vibrant art culture. Croatia is also one of the safest countries in the world, making Dubrovnik a great choice for solo female travelers looking for someplace in Europe to settle for a while. It's also a very sociable place to live, as Croatians value spending quality time with friends and family, usually over a delicious meal and a glass of local wine. 7. Copenhagen, Denmark. Copenhagen is known as one of the happiest places on earth, which might be enough for anyone to pack their bags and consider moving there. Denmark's high culture embodies coziness and contentment, which is a good way to describe the atmosphere of the national capital. With some of the world's best healthcare and education systems, residents of Copenhagen enjoy a relaxed way of life. There's also a very flexible work culture, in which the strict idea of a 9-to-5 doesn't apply. The Danish value free time to spend with friends and family, which is evident in their way of life. One of the highest qualities of life in the world, great healthcare and education. Although Copenhagen experiences harsh winters, summers are delightful and warm. The riverfronts are packed in the warm months with markets, cafe seating, and people taking a stroll. Here it's generally easy to adapt, as most people speak English fluently, and the Danish are usually warm and friendly. 8. Prague, Czech Republic. There's truly no place on earth that has the same old-world charm as Prague. The architecture is stunning, the thermal baths are delightful, and there seems to be a delicious cafe on every corner. While prices have increased in the last few years, Prague remains a relatively affordable gem of a place to live. Very social city, tons of museums and cultural sites to see. Overall, very intriguing and beautiful. Violent crime rates are low. It is still cheap to live in Prague compared to other cities in Europe. The cost of living here is similar to Braga, Portugal. 9. Vienna, Austria. If you're a sucker for great museums, there are few places in Europe with the same quality and quantity as Vienna. Here you'll find some of the best art museums in the world, as well as historic cafes, a sophisticated atmosphere, and architecture that will make your jaw drop. It's truly one of the most beautiful places in the world. Great museums, plenty of things to do, excellent public services, well organized, and easy to navigate. Similar to Copenhagen, the cost of living in Vienna is very high. Rent is comparable to cities like Miami. 10. Amsterdam, the Netherlands. Known as one of Europe's most open-minded and liberal cities, Amsterdam is a great place to settle for a while. Though the city is working through its less than savory reputation regarding the infamous red light district and public use of soft drugs, it's actually a very safe city to live in. Many even consider Amsterdam to be ideal for solo women. Open-minded culture, lots to do and see, like going to see the tulips. Great work/life balance. Most people speak English. Housing costs can be quite high in Amsterdam, meaning many people end up living on the outskirts of the city and have long commutes to work. Other costs are also generally high, about the same as Vienna. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe my channel, Top 10 Travel. Thank you for watching.